Hello, Mary Farias here, and we're studying my book, How to Study Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. 5 minutes of self-development is better than nothing, and I'm showing you how you can do that. So let me start my timer. I'm on page 38 of my book. These unfortunate people remind me of a prominent Chinese man who came to America to be educated in the American ways. He attended the University of Chicago. One day, President Harper met this young Asian man on the campus, stopped to chat with him for a few minutes, and asked what had impressed him as being the most noticeable characteristic of the American people. He said, "Why, the queer slant of your eyes. Your eyes are off slant." Napoleon Hill says, "What do we say about the Chinese?" He says, "We refuse to believe that which we do not understand. We foolishly believe our own limitations are the proper measure of limitations. Sure, the other fellow's eyes are, quote, off slant because they are not the same as our own. Millions of people look at the achievements of Henry Ford after he has arrived and envy him because of his good fortune or luck or genius or whatever it is they credit for Ford's fortune. Perhaps one person in every 100,000 knows the secret of Ford's success. And those who do know are too modest or too reluctant to speak of it because of its simplicity. A single transaction will illustrate the secret perfectly. A few years back, Ford decided to produce his now famous V8 motor. He chose to build an engine with the entire 8 cylinders cast in one block and instructed his engineers to produce a design for the engine. The design was placed on paper, but the engineers agreed to a man that it was simply impossible to cast an 8-cylinder gas engine block in one piece. Okay, I'm going to stop there for this reading and then finish that story tomorrow. But he says some important things here. He says, we refuse to believe that which we do not understand, right? So that which we don't understand. So many times Bob Proctor talks about the fact that we have paradigms, right? We have programming stuck in our subconscious mind. Some of them are good and some of them are negative. And so we cannot see past how we are programmed to look at things. And so one of the things that we have to understand is that we are able to change that programming. If we are in a limited mindset, if we don't believe that we can achieve some things, we can change how we see those things. We can change our programming by shifting our perception. So a lot of times what Napoleon Hill is saying, we refuse to believe that which we do not understand. If we don't understand how something can come to pass, we refuse to believe that we are able to accomplish it. Now, of course, that's untrue. We can accomplish anything and everything that we set our minds to, but we have to condition ourselves to begin believing that it's possible for us. He also says we foolishly believe that our own limitations are the proper measure of limitations. So he says to us that if we think that we cannot achieve something, that is the proper measure of limitation. Then we can't achieve it. If we don't think we can, then we can't. But that's not true. If we can fathom it, if we can think of it, then we can do it, regardless of if we believe it or not. Here's the thing. If we have a desire to do something, Wallace D. Wattles calls that proof that we can do that thing. So we have to begin to condition ourselves, to program ourselves, to believe that whatever we imagine and truly desire as possible for us, we can do, we can have, we can be, we can achieve. And Napoleon Hill goes into the story about Henry Ford, saying that this V8 engine has never been produced before, but he decided that he wanted it. And so that's what we're going to go into tomorrow. So today, I challenge you to begin questioning your beliefs about yourself. If you come up against something where you say, "Oh, I don't think I can do that. I don't know how to do it." Think about the different ways that you could. Just try. If it were not impossible for me to do it, what could I do? And begin to move into action. All right, that's it for today. See you tomorrow.